Welcome to a web series on education and the family, brought to you by Creo Early Learning Partners. If you can, please donate to our fundraising efforts by clicking the link on this post. Your contribution will aid teachers and school staff adversely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. In this episode entitled Fostering 21st Century Skills at Home, we are joined by early childhood expert and co-founder of Keys School Manila, Maricar De Ocampo.
Hi, Teacher Maricar. Thank you for joining us and welcome to the show. As a consultant for early learning, you have worked with many schools and families to provide quality education and childcare. Based on your experience and the research you have studied, what are the skills that parents should be focused on developing, which can potentially lead them to excellence and achievement?
So I think the most important thing that we have to remember as parents is that we are in a middle of an amazing change in our world. We are undergoing a pandemic, and then we're also undergoing changes in the way we live, in the way we work, in the way we learn. But there's one thing that is constant: the human being, how we react to certain things. I've been reading a lot of articles, and some articles focus on specific characters that need to be taught, even if there's no pandemic, even if there's nothing. It's a life skill that we need to encourage our children. One of them is being self-aware of what's happening out there. Another one is executive functions, and these executive functions are really important in how we deal with different situations. And they are, first is self-control, how to help children really know when to say no, or to talk to themselves. I used to tell my daughter and my son, please talk to your brain and tell your brain that you're not going to react this way. But all I know is that teaching children how to have ways and means to help them understand what's happening. Of course, there's always fear, and there's also anxiety, and there's also worry. But on the other side of that, there's hope, there's trust, there's faith, okay? And that's what parents need to focus on at this time. We have to trust that the children will understand what's happening. If they can't understand it, the parents have to be there to help them. The other one that I really will always focus is the kindness of a human being. I will never, ever deny that what's happening today, people are not kind. Okay, it's not only in our country, it's all over the world. People are angry, people are afraid. That's why they react that way. And I really want our children to say, yes, there's really something very, very different in our world, but we can still be kind to ourselves and to another person. We can be kind to the people around us, okay? If we have nothing nice to say, as my mother would say, keep quiet, because it's not fair if you say something that is, not correct. They will be good people, and they will learn how to be good through you. You are the example and the model of how a good person is. Okay, so in this 21st century, we always talk about collaboration, cooperation, creativity, trying to listen to one another. But I think with your young children, they observe more than say, follow me. Okay, so I always tell parents, if you talk what you want to say, you have to walk it. You cannot say something and you do the opposite. Okay, if you want them to tell the truth, you tell them the truth.
I really like how you focused on the importance of character formation, especially right now that we are experiencing the pandemic. Character is an important aspect of a human person that should
Yes.
be developed in order
Yes.
for that particular learner to be led to excellence and achievement.
Yes. I always tell parents, you just practice what you know. Okay. You do what you know, and the most important thing is when a child asks you something and you don't know the answer, just tell the truth. I don't know. Let's find out together. Thank you.
Teacher Maricar, in early
Yes.
childhood, you
Yes.
believe that play should be a central part of learning.
Yes.
What is happening in the child when they play? Should it be
Yes.
structured, free play, dramatic play, or all of the above? I think that parents would really want to know the answer to this question.
We have to tell parents that the home environment is also an environment in play is encouraged, but it doesn't mean that you can have times when you can have rough housing. Okay, you can also have times when you can have quiet play, playing with play-doh, water, Legos, all of those things. You can also have a reading time, drop everything and read. And you can have a small circle wherein all of you can sit down. And then you can also have chapter readings. If you have older children, you read chapter books, like James and the Giant Peach or Ronald Dahl books, all of those. I mean, there are just so many opportunities, and then you can have a reading corner in your home. You can also have table games or that you can have in your dining room. I believe in card games. I don't know if you know 1 2 3 snap. Do you know that? You know that 1 2 3. I love that game. I really love that game because it's all of us playing, and then the other one is, of course, the you put the cards down and you find pairs, paris, as they say in my language. The other one also is teaching children how to learn how to play, but in another way, how to teach them work in a playful manner. What do I mean by that? After eating, bring your plates to the kitchen. Put your spoon together and put it on the sink. Okay, trust them if they're much older that they can wash their own plates, wash their own spoons, and wash their own glasses and put it to dry. Okay, these are for older children, maybe between the ages of 8, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because in the Montessori method, they teach that very early. Okay. Another thing also that I found out about games is or playing in at home. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be structured. I just think that all of these things that we take for granted, we can do it in a fun way, in a playful way, and they will appreciate it. Like fixing your bed in the morning. Okay, it's so important because they have to do that every day. Dressing up, taking a bath, etc. Those skills are needed. Life skills. How to cook rice, how to boil an egg, how to fix yourself a sandwich if you're hungry.
You mentioned that we need to think about the age of the child and how a particular play is appropriate for him
Create
or
for
her.
them. Yes.
For
Very
for
good.
our parents and for our teachers out there, how would they know that
Mm.
the play that they are giving to a child is appropriate for him or
Okay.
her?
Okay, that's a very good question, and I will try my best to answer. So, there is the National Association for the Education of Young Children, which is, or the NAEYC. They can go to the website if they want to, because they discuss the different ages and what are the appropriate play experiences that children need. Okay, from infants to about toddlers, they really need a lot of human touch and human interaction. Okay, so it's like play and serve. When the parent talks to the child doesn't answer, but the child's eyes are as big as marbles, and hopefully they start to react to you, and everything like that. So between infants and toddlers, I really think a lot of adult interaction, a lot of eye contact is very important, and a lot of talking, and a lot of singing, and a lot of dancing. And of course, your baby is just looking at you, right? But it's wonderful because it's so nice that they see you. I remember when I would give my children a bath, I would turn on the music and I would, and tell them, "Are we ready to swim?" Of course, swim is not swimming, but taking a bath. Nobody was crying. I mean, I was so. But so my husband, "Well, how do you do that?" I just make it a point where in taking a shower or taking a bath is a fun time. Because some parents are so particular. Oh, it's going to get wet. The water will enter the ear, etc. No, everything that you do with your infant and toddler is supposed to be an opportunity for you to listen and to observe. Okay, and they will listen and observe also to you. Okay, based also on the Reggio Emilia approach, which is another approach to early childhood, infant and toddler years are times wherein children do exploring. They explore on the floor, they explore, crawling, they explore their hands, they explore their feet, they explore. Okay, they explore the universe. That's why it's so important in a Reggio Emilia home or a school that the floor is wooden and a little bit there's some soft spot parts where they can climb and sleep, but you really allow the children to explore. Okay, not like before you would just hold them and do not move. Kawawa naman. They're tied up. No, in the Reggio Emilia um, approach, they really want children to 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 try out new things, to have new experiences, okay? And as we grow older, between 3 to 5 years old, is the early childhood years, the preschool years, you need to have a lot of opportunities of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Writing can mean drawing, okay? And I also believe this is the time wherein four important things are developed, which are temperament, uh, attitude or emotions. You also teach them certain concepts and emotions. So we need the teacher who is working with the children to understand that these four things are more important than academics. Because if a child's temperament is slow and not ready yet, please do not force. Because when he is ready, he will not stop talking. Okay, and then for older children, I think the school will have to prepare modules for them, projects. They can do a lot of projects using the internet. They can use Adobe. They can use Dreamweaver. They can use a lot of new applications. That they can download. So now play is being creative. Find a way wherein you can do something in your own home. We just have to be creative. Be out of the box, please. Because I always tell parents, what we did before may not work today.